While Alan Hatherley and Candice Lill justifiably garner the lion's share of the plaudits for their podium performances on the elite World Cup cross-country circuit, the next generation is stepping up in a significant manner. Toyota Cadence sat down with a focused and hugely talented young man who's riding his way towards the top in the competitive Under-23 World Cup Series.
How's it? I'm Moir. I've been racing my bike for about 12 years now, and I'm 21 years old currently.
Although still an Under-23, Luke's journey started a long time ago. He made his way through the various age groups, more often than not as national champion. So what stands out from those junior years?
Yeah, one of my most memorable moments was definitely my first year junior. I was at the World Champs in Canada, got P5, and I was the youngest by far, 16 years old then. I was only turning 17 on the 20th of December, so there definitely wasn't anyone younger than me there. But yeah, that race made me realize I could compete with some of the best in the world.
That result was a sign that he was on the right track. But taking the next step proved to be quite challenging.
Yeah, I really struggled coming into Under-23. My first year I wasn't able to go overseas to race all the guys. I was just finishing off school. The following year I really didn't have the greatest season. Last year was a bit of a breakout season. I got P14 in Leo Gang, and it made me realize again that I can do this again, and I just got to carry on chipping away. And then I had a couple top 10s, a couple top 20s. I got P16 at the World Champs in Scotland.
The next block in the tricky puzzle is to be noticed by an international team with a presence on the World Cup circuit.
Yeah, I'm running for Cube Factory Racing, the German team. It's my first international signing, so really stoked with that. And it just helps so much to have the international support, and it's all I really wanted since I was young.
But as with so many journeys in professional sport, there was an unexpected and unwanted detour just after Luke signed for Cube.
Base training was going really well, and while on holiday, unfortunately broke my ankle.
So I actually wasn't in the boat at the time, but we've been boating for over 20 years now. I came down to the water and I saw Luke being carried out the boat.
I wasn't the happiest of campers. I was really upset. I wasn't really in much pain when it happened. I was more upset about everything. I literally had to make a post about joining this team. The day that I broke my ankle it was horrible.
And yeah, we had to calm him down and get him to the hospital. And from that moment in time, you think your world's collapsing around you, and you think it's just not you, and it's not happening to you or us, and how can it happen and how unfair it can be.
And then we had to kind of take a couple steps back and remember the bigger picture, and talk to the team, talk to my coach, and we knew what the challenges lay ahead of us, and so we had to get that done.
So I think we're super lucky in South Africa with our medical care and our connections. So that Friday night I got on my phone immediately and we tried to get hold of doctors. We're in Amanus, and Graham phoned us on Monday and operated on Wednesday.
I'm at the Kingsby Hospital. I'm about to go in for surgery for my ankle, for my fibula. So going to put a little plate in and check one of the tendons, I think.
Yeah, I was pretty nervous for the surgery. I knew I wasn't going to be very comfortable after it and everything. And I wasn't actually too worried about getting back to training ASAP. I just wanted to be feeling good again. I wanted my ankle to be super strong. I didn't want to force anything, rush anything, But I was confident in my coach, Barry, and he had a plan. We made a plan together, and I was confident in the plan.
So what we're going to do is take the back slab off. It's like a temporary splint, and then we're going to have a look at the incision and clean the wound and put a new dressing on. And then we will, if all looks good, get you in the boot and then onto the bike as soon as we can.
Important in the rehabilitation and recovery process for Luke was to have the best available medical care on hand.
Luckily, the surgery went super well, and I was able to get back on the bike. Well, I wouldn't say back on the bike, on the indoor trainer without a shoe on, 16 days after the op. and I was just pedaling over like super slowly. I could just get some movement in my ankle, just getting some blood flowing to the legs. And
Luke got on the indoor bike and managed a few pedal strokes, and that was the first time I saw him smile since the operation. It was a great step forward.
Luke did have visible and physical evidence of just how quickly he lost condition.
My calf was tiny, my quad was tiny, my hamstring. The whole left side of my leg was just so small, and it was quite funny. But yeah, it's grown back. I think it's back to its normal size now, hopefully.
21 days since I broke my ankle, and it's been 16 days since the op. Yeah, obviously got the boot off the other day. I mean the cast off the other day, and yeah, doc gave the go-ahead to go do some easy indoor riding and just get some exercise in. So did like 30 minutes, super chilled over the past couple of days, and just slowly building up, taking it super easy, just doing light what's it called? Obviously my Achilles is super stiff after being in the cast and the boot, so it's quite sore. Had to lower the seat quite a bit just to ease into it a bit more. Yeah. And barefoot on the left one, can't get a shoe on yet, and no rotational forces, so no cleats for a bit, so just doing what I can. Indoor riding is never my favorite, but it's so nice to be able to just sweat a little bit and get some riding in. It's not my favorite, but better than nothing. Yeah, I'm doing some super easy riding, like just over 100 watts literally, in zone 1. I ride for like, see how long I can go, actually like 45 minutes until I'm comfortable, and if I'm uncomfortable then I just stop. So, just going off by feeling, don't want to push it too much.
In a testament to Luke's hunger to get back to racing, 8 weeks after the accident, he had his eye on the biggest road race in the country. But he had to get paternal buy-in first.
So Luke and I have a bit of a push-pull relationship. Sometimes I push him and he pushes back, and vice versa. And the week before the cycle tour, he phones me at work and says, "Dad, can you organise an entry?" And I'm thinking, what, are you mad? It's a road race, you just come in right, are you sure? And he said yes. So we arranged the entry, and we backed him, and he did incredibly well.
Growing up in Cape Town, you always want to race the cycle tour. I've never gotten the chance to race it, and I just got into road cycling like the year before, more road racing. And I really wanted to do the cycle tour, and I thought I wasn't going to be able to do it with a broken ankle. Yeah, leading up, I was able to get some big hours in on the bike, and I was confident enough I would be able to not only do it, but also like be a little bit competitive. And yeah, it was exactly 2 months and 5 days after surgery that the cycle tour was on, and like about a week before I entered. And yeah, let's just try to play my cards the best, and yeah, I got P5, so that was such a nice confident boost, and it was really nice, after all the hard work I did over December, Jan. It wasn't like just a waste. It did help a little bit, getting back to training better, quicker.
It was pretty awesome to see him in that front bunch contesting for the win, and I'm pretty confident one day he's going to win one of those.
After the ankle surgery, the cycle tour was a huge boost to Luke. He could set about planning his year on the under-23 UCI cross-country circuit with confidence.
Yeah, so this is my race bike for 2024. One of the best features on this thing is the Podium Gold Fox fork for 50 years of Fox. It's so different. I think I'm the only one in South Africa with it at the moment. Yeah, full XTR, Fox transfer dropper, XTR brakes. Yeah, absolutely loving the size medium. This thing's a beast. I was riding a large. This is a medium. It's a bit more playful. I could ride a large if I wanted to, but yeah, I just wanted a bit more playful on the trails and to be a bit more comfortable on the bike.
So what is the makeup of the Cube factory racing team?
So there's a dyno team and a cross-country team. obviously I'm on the cross-country team and yeah, we're going to all the World Cups and getting all the support. And first World Cups in Brazil were only in April, so we had a bit of time to train and focus. And yeah, I put a lot of work in. Barry and I, we grinded super hard together. And yeah, the results in Brazil, I mean, I was like sort of surprised, but also I put in the work, I believe, and I really wanted some good results. And to come this early in the year, I was a little bit surprised again, but so amazing. You know, a new team, broke an ankle in Jan, and it was unbelievable. I really was just speechless when it happened. And the guy in front of me couldn't clip in, missed a pedal. So I was literally, that first lap in the short track, I was 33rd, so quite far back. But I had such great legs in the short track. I was like, holy cow, maybe I can do even better in the cross-country race. And bang, the next day I was just on top of the world. I mean, I think first lap I was like 13th place, and I just kept on going up and up and up. And then I had a super sick dice with Alex Malacane, the local Brazilian. So the crowd was going absolutely mad for him. Like, my ears were ringing the whole way around in the last lap. I mean, he attacked on the last hill, and I just managed to kick past him just before the single track. So that was just like insane. Just the crowd, the track, and the sprint finish was just, wow, it was awesome.
3 months ago.
What he did was finish 5th, and he followed that up with 6th place in round 2 a week later. He was on his way.
I couldn't believe the emotions coming in, and the feeling when you don't really know what's happened, like what you've done. And yeah, that's just literally just what I had. Like everyone just coming to me like, oh, well done, well done. I was just like, whoa, I don't know what I've done, but thank you. But yeah, it was amazing.
So proud of you, my boy.
The Cube Factory Racing team only expanded to include XCO riders this year, and Luke is one of a group of ultra-talented young riders in the German-based setup.
I met the team last year. We had a bit of a team meeting and team photos and did a bit of filming and all that. So it's a bunch of really cool guys. Yeah, mostly German, but there's a Swiss rider and a Norwegian rider, so it's kind of all over. I don't speak German yet, so that's a bit annoying, but it's amazing. There you get a masseuse and a mechanic, and when last year when I was just traveling with my dad, it was, doing everything yourself. It's hard, eh? All these little small things just help so much and help you get a better result at the end of the day. So it means a lot.
Despite the wobbly ankle start to the year, Luke has enjoyed success both internationally and on the home front, which gives him great satisfaction and fuels his desire for more success throughout the rest of the season.
2024 has started off pretty well with, even with a broken ankle at the start of it. Yeah, SA champ for under 23, it means a lot. The jersey, to represent the jersey now at the World Cups, it's going to be so sick. It'll be a little bit easier to identify me now if I'm on the TV. But yeah, it means so much for the team as well. I mean, everyone likes to have a national champ. Everyone talks about the jersey and stuff like that. Obviously, aiming to do the best I can at World Champs in Andorra. But I really want to get onto that World Cup podium and maybe even win a race. It will be what I've been working for the past, well, my whole life.
Barry Austin is widely regarded as one of the best coaches in the sport, having guided national and world champions to great success. And he and Luke have a very strong understanding about how to structure a race plan.
Barry and I, we come to a race and we figure out a race plan for the exact race, what I want to do on this hill, what I want to do on that downhill, and I follow that to a T as much as I can. And yeah, it's made a world of a difference.
A competitive veteran mountain bike racer, Father Mark, has been beside Luke since his first race as a nipper in the old Spur series. And he continues to play a role in advising and guiding his rapidly maturing son.
So I don't think we can look too far ahead. It's been one hell of a journey for us for many years, and there's been many setbacks. And it's about perseverance, it's about consistency, not giving up, always believing. So I don't think we look too far ahead. I think it's about executing what you need to do day by day and then everything else will fall in place. I think the Olympics would be a cool goal for Luke, but it's his story now, not mine.